Welcome to my Witchcraft History series. Today I'm going into the rise of Christianity. If this is the first video you've found, I have started. Part 1 actually starts with the timeline of the history of witchcraft, so feel free to check out my other videos. So from the 15th century AD, Christianity tightened its grip over Western societies and the worship of pagan gods waned. But the practice of magic continued, and as Western culture felt threatened from outside and within, the stage was gradually set for the wholesale persecution of witches. The period commonly known as the Burning Times, when many witches or suspected witches were executed, lasted from around 1450 to around 1700. For almost 1,000 years before this, however, from the emergence of Christianity as the dominant religion in the 5th century AD to the Burning Times, magic and witchcraft survived in Western society. This does not mean it flourished. There were laws, executions, discrimination against magic and its practitioners throughout these long centuries. But equally, there was no systematic hounding of witches, at least not until toward the end of the period. With the benefit of hindsight, however, we can chart the gradual growth of the social and religious context within which the later witch crazes would exist. To understand how the new Christian era moved from uneasy and sometimes hostile coexistence with magic to outright persecution, we will examine many of the stresses that have influenced society. First, let us look at how Christianity dealt with the old pagan religions and magical practices in the first years of its dominance. Once Christianity has adopted at the heart of the Roman Empire, its chances of becoming the dominant religion of Europe and ultimately the Western world were hugely increased. Though the empire itself was not to last longer than the 5th century, Christianity had by then become identified in the eyes of other societies with those civilized virtues that Rome still epitomized, virtues to which those societies still aspired. The elites in many other European societies quickly adopted the faith. It is harder to know just how quickly and deeply Christianity spread among the ordinary members of society. They, after all, were illiterate, and their views are heard only through the heavy filters of the pens of the educated. But it does seem clear that the message of Christianity appealed in part anyway, simply because many pagan believers could not see a huge difference between their old faith and the new one. Like the pagan religions, Christianity had minor deities in the form of saints who could work miracles and heal the sick, and whose very bones could provide healing and comfort and protection from evil spirits. They were to the ordinary believers very good magicians, whose magic was every bit as strong, as if not stronger than, that of their pagan equivalents. And the fact that the faithful would visit saints' shrines, wear amulets bearing their name, or carry bones or even dust from them, all helped cement the new religion into the lives of the people. Christianity promised everything that the pagan faiths could offer and a little bit more. Similarly, the early Christian church showed no philosophical qualms in dealing with old pagan deities. It could and did cast down statues of the pagan gods and burned manuscripts. It also co-opted pagan temples and shrines for Christian worship or destroyed them altogether. The message was simple and easy to understand. The Christian God was right and powerful. All others were false. But magic was less easy to deal with. It could exist separately from religion, as well as be part of it. The folk magic used to heal the sick, tell the future, or use good weather for crops didn't necessarily need the gods to be invoked. Even more messy were the sensational stories of the early Christian saints and their ability to perform miracles. For how did you explain the difference between good magic performed by the saints and the same magic performed by a magician? Surely, if it worked, then the magic was okay. This tricky problem was tackled by Saint Augustine of Hippo, 354 to 430. He wrote, "When magicians do the same kind of things as on occasion saints do, their deeds may appear similar to the naked eye, but they have quite different intention and a quite different sanction." The difference was this, continued Saint Augustine. Saints performed their magic for miracles for the glory of God and did so in public and at the command of God, while the magicians did magic to satisfy their own ego and as part of the pact with the powers which control them. This rather self-serving argument did, at least, have the merit of helping to justify the existence of the saints, whose reassuring presence was doubtless of great comfort to those early pagan converts. They were, after all, used to have various local gods to protect and guide them. But it was also betrayed a philosophical weak spot in Christian thought if it conceded that magic not only existed, but could be okay as long as it was done for the right reasons. Then who was to decide what the right reasons were? If you felt you were under a curse from someone, and the neighborhood witch could lift the spell for you, surely that was magic acting for the right reason. That's Christianity started off with an uneasy relationship with magic and magicians. The 16th century magician and astrologer John Dee, who was later astrologer to Queen Elizabeth I of England, found himself imprisoned under the strict Catholicism of Queen Mary. The robust masculinity of emerging Christianity, in which the Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost were decidedly male, contrasted strongly with the tradition of the goddess in many pagan faiths. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more, check out the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting up videos all the time. I have so much I'm excited to share with you. Have a great day. Thank you for listening. Many blessings. Bye-bye.